How did you care Neil? Huh? How did you care him?
Because they said to me, would you like to go and speak to Pep? I said, no, he wants to speak to me.
I love it. Next time you have to go into the session and come to lunch.
I will come to the training ground.
Lunch and...
I'll come and have a morning.
You know, yeah, please.
Yeah.
But now we have a long weeks, like we're in Champions League. So come one day and after we...
I'd like to get over your centre halves.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to teach me.
Anyway, no, let's get into that.
Okay.
Can I just ask you I want to ask you one or two things. You know, like when you first started, you know, Johan Cruyff then, did he, because they say about good players don't make good managers and things like that. Did he go into details in those days, or did he just play, get a ball and...
Unbelievable.
Details?
Oh.
Did he?
Beyond. Unbelievable.
What, the opponents?
The shape, the body, the controls.
Did he?
The decision, why you take a decision when the opponent make the opposite decision, and wow, incredible. Incredible. And in that moment, in that time, like you know it's not like white angles now and everything.
No,
cameras.
Nothing then.
Before it's a tactical board, you know that?
Yeah.
It was just, you know, the traditional. Now is people disrespect.
Well,
you
you've
know?
got 4 or 5 people doing it now, haven't you? I've always said now, for me, and I'm not just blowing your trumpet, you're the best manager in my era, and that's completely, in my opinion, that's only mine.
Oh, God, thanks.
And that is because everybody thinks, oh, he's done well at Barcelona, he's done well at Bayern Munich, he's done well because he's had all the money. It isn't as simple as that. And I look at what you've done with certain players and how you've put them together. And I'm really looking forward. I know you might not be, but I'm looking forward to the next 12, 18 months. I know it's going to be a battle for you. But they say about...
Will be.
They say about you're struggling this year. You're 4th in the league. Yeah. And you've had you know...
Yeah, but we struggle. So
yeah.
Our standards have been so high in the, you know, in the past, and the people are thinking, but we struggle a lot. But it's happened. So I don't, you know, you fight in the moment, but I think deep inside, I think if we realize what happened that season to avoid it for the next decade, I think it's a good lesson for our organization. Looks like external, internal, it's easy. Pep will find a solution, and we are magnificent. We are human beings. Teams can win and can lose. We have done. But sometimes the people say, "Oh, what happened, Pep? What happened this season?" And I said, "No, what happened? That is extraordinary. You know what happened now? In season we had a lot of problems. We won a lot. Maybe we were not hungry as before. The amount of injuries, many things happened. It's normal.
But
so
you don't
take it like a.
You don't beat yourself up, do you? You might do when you're at home or when you're away from the ground, but you don't. You don't throw your lads under a bus.
No, never.
Do you? You know, and you must. Everybody must be tempted at times.
No, I don't.
And I've never done that either.
Listen, Anil, you know that sometimes you are. I admire you, Sam, or people because you have the sense of humor, the British sense of humor that, I'm sorry, as a Catalan person, I don't have. But I don't. The only thing I fight every single day, since the start as a manager until now, after 60, 70 years, I don't want to lose my player. I lose my player.
Finished.
I lose my player because I don't select him to play in the start 11 or put it in the bench. I lose it. That is, understand the players. You were a football player, I was a football player, don't play, the people, understand. But put it under the bus in the media, it's all again, because always I thought, when the managers do that, it was clean his ass.
That's what I think.
For take the no responsibility. To, like they know the wall is going to blame you, because in Madrid, I'm the highlight, the people destroy me. To avoid that, it's blame to my players. I mean, never was going to happen.
Do you know, when I've had 8 promotions in that respect, and when I look at my teams were never the best team, but they were probably the best dressing room. And when we've overcome hurdles.
Do you know how important is that?
You're proud, aren't you? When you look around the dressing room, you must be the same with your lads last few years. When you look around that dressing room, you think, wow, I want to go in.
No, I'm not that type of manager like you are.
No.
No.
Oh, I love
I would have loved to be a guide for the manager, but today all the new generation. I'm sorry to tell you. So comparing you and me as a new generation, is more about tactics, about white angles, singles.
Yeah.
And before, but you grew up without white angles, without sports science, and people giving it's more skiing, it's more eye contact, it's more going to the dinner, say the more stupid thing and laugh for the stupid thing, and create this vibe that it's not about trainings, it's not about the 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 or this kind of stuff that today is a modern football happen. And I'm not like that. I'm not that because I grew up in our generation, and I would love to have that sense to the players, like can see me as a father, or can see me like these hacks, so that when you shout them, it's because even laugh when you shout. Yeah. And right now, I mean, it's completely different. I'm sorry. I would love to be most of the time like.
Well, like when I look at managers over all divisions, I still think successful ones. You can have all the coaching and all the systems and 4-2-3, 5-3-2, and all this lot. I still feel that the successful ones are the best man managers. I still think man management is the main ingredient that you need to be successful. Because in my squads, I needed my players to go through a brick wall for me. Yeah. They had to, and that's how my players are. Whereas yours are slightly different because of the ability that they've got. So,
but both I think, both teams, your teams, our teams, they run, as you said before. They run. If they don't run, I'm in a problem. Yeah. Of course, I was lucky than you because I had Messi. Yeah. And you didn't have. No. I have an exceptional players that break the wall. It was easier for me than for you. But at the end is that if you don't have that,
and you had the first three. You had Messi. Did you have him for the first 3 years?
Yeah. No, just arrived. When I arrived, I had him.
Yeah. I'm just talking now about man marking.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
Because when I got promotion with Notts County, we got from the 3rd division to the 2nd, which was the 1st division now, the Premier League now, and we played Man United one of the first games. And
with Sir Alex? And
I had at Notts County, Nottingham, and I had
against United.
Yeah. Okay. And I had a right back, Christian Shaw, who was best marker, and I put him on Ryan Giggs.
Okay.
He couldn't get a kick.
You couldn't get that.
And I remember after about half an hour, he running across to the bench. Can you get him off my back?
Right.
Yeah. And we were winning 1-0, and they got a dicky penalty, which you all get dicky penalties, you lot, don't you, Manchester, top sides. And it was so funny, but I've always done that because the quality strikers that we come up against, if we let them have freedom, they just kill us.
They kill us, that's right.
So we are,
No, today, the marking is so uncomfortable. And in Italy, like Gasperini with Atalanta, and there are many teams right now is coming back there. You are there and follow and go. And it's so uncomfortable. Yeah. So because you say when you have zonal, marking, to have the players in between and this kind of stuff.
Because the centre halves, some of them are quite comfortable going into midfield, aren't they?
And the structure is so easy.
Because last year with Stones, John, my old Barnsley lad, he was comfortable, wasn't he, going into midfield and playing from there. We loved man marking, honestly.
You love, huh?
Yeah, we love man marking.
Yeah, and why?
But only because if we didn't man mark, teams would just
more quality.
Kill us. So we had to find a way. And that's what we did then.
And the players support.
Yeah.
They like it.
Yeah. Well, they had to do.
Otherwise.
When I look at the quality that you've got and the disappointment that you've got now, I'm like I said, I'm looking forward to the next 12, 18 months now, where you're going to show people that I'm going to bring him in. I know you need a change. It's hard, isn't it, when the lads have been with you so many years.
Yeah, a lot.
Even the individual, even like you're 1 or 2 or 3,
A lot.
and then they come to see you. Kyle Walker was my young lad.
I know.
And he's had to go. And I think you've helped him by letting him go there and wherever you. And it might be detrimental at times to what you want to do.
Yeah.
But you do get attached to certain players, don't you?
Too much.
Are you looking forward to the next 12 months and the challenge? Are you
Right
frightened it?
Right now, I'm not able to think about it. Of course, the club think about it. We talk, but for these 3 months left to qualify for Champions League season is a
main thing.
Absolutely, it's like a Premier League in the situation that we had that season. So, for many reasons, and after we will see. I'm not, but always have been. This time it was very different. But I extend the contract one more year. I wanna have a long control. I wanna be honest. So, with my job, with the club that I adore and I love right now, with the players, it's so difficult after 9 years sometimes taking decisions with the players that give you everything. No, everything or beyond. Because it's important, but you said managing, so the affections are there, so you are attached, you are feeling, so we live good, exceptional moments, bad moments
and
too.
the families as well, don't you?
Come on, how you have a relation without and after that, and it's every season has been tougher and tougher and tougher, but they gave me everything. People say, oh, Pep, how good. No, players gave us to have a job and give us some ideas you have, deliver. And not people, grateful, I'm beyond of that.
The outside world, they don't understand the ins and outs, what you go through. Like in the morning, they just think you go out and you plan this and you plan that. And then somebody knocks on your door and somebody's wife's not very well, and one of the kids is in hospital, one of so-and-so.
Absolutely.
And you're almost like
absolutely.
You'd have to do everything.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I don't think people realise that.
But I think before you, it was you, your assistant coach, anything else. Today there are 20 people, the players care department, when there's a problem, sometimes that happen. No, maybe I have birth. Oh, I realized when I have 4 months out, 4 months. So, because today is, the structure is bigger. But the reality is that, so they are human beings. And
you still take two coaches away from home.
Yeah,
I was telling somebody when I was at Crystal Palace, I can't remember who it was now. I don't think it was you. I remember the 2 coaches pulling up, and the lad said to me, "What you want?" I said, "Chuck a bucket of cold water on their dressing room floor." I said, "What do you mean?" Well, oh no, it's Jose. It was Jose. It was Jose. Chuck a bucket of cold water on the floor, and then can you imagine all the staff coming and looking at the floor and that? And then I took him. He come in my little office at Crystal Palace. Then Jose put a cup of tea. Never said anything about.
Never said. Now you say.
I said. Because I said to the boy, can you imagine all them multi-millionaires? They'll have their feet wet now. They'll be moaning.
In the winter time, in Selhurst Park. Oh my God!
I know.
Oh
so they were good times, but anyway, good. Just going back to current times and Liverpool on Sunday. I don't suppose you go about it any different, do you? You just have the same, with your people that's looked at the opponents and things like that, what you've seen and things like that. You just treat it as another game.
Well, we face a tough opponent, but right now in the situation, I'm thinking more how emotionally we can give to the players between talking each other and maybe tactics right now. We are a little bit unstable coming for a tough game in Madrid, so of course the tactics will be involved because we grew up our way, we conduct the team in that way, but right now is always you're thinking in that period, this is especially what you can do, to talk, not in one side, so going backwards, so the players to me to the players, so what can deliver to arrive at as much as possible, in a good.
From the outside, and it's easier said than done. But for me, you just got to eliminate the silly mistakes, isn't it? I mean, all the work you did at Madrid in the pre.
All season have been like that.
And then
there's no
3
Madrid.
minutes.
There's no Madrid. There have been all season. In Arsenal,
I know.
When we start, all season have been like that. They said, why? Yeah, we said, guys, we cannot do it again. We cannot. Well, we do it again. That's why we have reduced. We'll be in incredible, better position if we give away the chance they have. But
But you can beat
it's
anybody, can't you? You can beat anybody.
Yeah.
And I look at the Newcastle game, and I watch Liverpool with Wolves, and everybody thought they were going to get 10.
Yeah.
You know, but
Tough, huh?
no. Wolves should have got could have got a result at the end.
I don't know your period, Neil, but the Premier League, since I arrived 9 years ago to now, it changed massively the level of the teams. Before, I don't know, was maybe, I don't know, everyone could beat everyone, but maybe 1 or 2 teams or 3 teams was contender to win the Premier League. Right now there are a lot, and the middle class teams, even the
Bournemouth, Brighton, everything.
Oh, God. No, they're exceptional.
Yeah, I know.
No, to be honest, they are exceptional. And the managers and the players and the recruitment and everything. Today the teams have made the level. I said Wolves is in,
And they're nearly relegated, aren't they?
Right now, all the season have been like that. And you play against them, I said, and this player, and the way they play, they can play with us.
Yeah.
So all the teams are good. It's tougher. So that's why no one is going to win 100 points.
Nobody
They have
can,
done it.
no.
And 4 in a row in the Premier League,
I know.
It's not going to
It won't be
happen.
done again.
No,
will it?
no.
Well, not in my lifetime, anyhow.
In my life, neither.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm much younger than you, but it's not even
Well,
that.
you are, but I mean, I've got plenty.
Yes.
I've got plenty of hair.
Not like another one.
So, listen. I want. Thanks for having a
pleasure.
Really
Anytime.
my chat. And,
Anytime.
And I will. I wish you all the
come in anytime.
Yeah,
honestly,
wish you
one
all the
day
best.
come when the winter is gone and the spring is better. The weather
with the better weather.
in better weather. We take a lunch afterwards, good coffee, and you explain your histories in a
Thank you.
in a water in the locker room.
Yeah.
Cold water.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't tell Jose, will you?
No.